Hi and welcome back to my channel. So I'm excited about today's video, you guys, because today I'm going to be sharing 25 things that you can still do to make the end of 2017 the best yet. Now, we all know that this year has been very trying for some of us personally, but also on a national and global level with so much that's been going on. But I want to encourage you and let you know that you can still end 2017 on a very good note. So let's jump right on in. Number one, stop doing things that aren't making you happy. Okay, let me say that again. Stop doing things that aren't making you happy. You have the ability to change any part of your life that you want to. And if you aren't changing it and you're unhappy, it's nobody else's fault but yours. Or it's nobody else's fault but mine. But you know what? I refuse to be unhappy. So when I find that there are things in my life that aren't making me happy, then I have to get rid of them because I don't have time for all of that. And neither do you. Number two, go after what you want. It's scary going after things that you want, but what's scarier, not trying or failing in trying? Me personally, it's scarier for me to not try. I would rather try and fail than to not try at all, because then I'm sitting around going, dang, you know what if I had done this, or what if I had done that? Number three, stop caring about what people think. Honey, let me tell you something. People are going to think what they want to think about you, whether it's true or whether it's not. So I want to encourage you today, to stop caring about what other people think about you. Now, that doesn't mean that just go out and act a plumb daggone fool and dress any kind of way and say anything out your mouth because you don't care. But what I'm saying is stop allowing what other people's perceived issues about you become your reality, because they don't have to. Honey, let me tell you something. I don't care what other people think about me, because what matters to me is what I think about me and what God thinks about me. It's not about what other people think, because guess what? They're going to think what they want to think. Okay? So stop caring about what people think about you. Number four, learn to let go of the things that you can't control. And I'm going to tell you something. It took a long time for me to be able to get to the point where I could stop worrying about things that I can't control. I'm an Aries, first of all. And so I'm one of these people that I always feel like I need to be in control of every single thing. And I understand as I've gotten older that I can't control everything. So now I stop worrying about things that I can't control. You know, if the weather is kind of dreary outside like it is today, I can't control that. So I can't let that stress me out. I've got to move on with the rest of my day, right? If somebody doesn't choose to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, I can't worry about that. All I can do is cut them off. You see what I'm saying? Cut them out of my life. I can do that, but I can't worry about their behavior, because their behavior affects them. It doesn't affect me. If I'm trying to think of another good example. If I can't come up with another good example, y'all. Anyway, you get the point. Stop worrying about things that you can't control, honey. Let that stuff go. Number five, welcome the things that you can control. Okay? Understand the difference between the things you can control and the things that you wish you could control. I know what I was going to say. Let me back up to the letting go of things I can't control. The temperature. I can't always control the temperature when I'm out in public. So if I go to a conference or something like that, I know that I need to take a jacket because it tends to be kind of cool in the room. And chances are I'm probably the only one in there that's complaining about being cold because I'm anemic. So I can't control that. But I can control my body temperature by bringing a jacket. So now I can move on. So welcome to things that you can change. And because, like I said, there is a difference. I can change the people that are in my inner circle. I can change the people that I choose to deal with to a certain extent. I can change my eating habits, and I can start eating clean, or I cannot eat clean. I can change my workout schedule. So right now I'm in my weight loss phase, so I'm adding an hour cardio into my day. I'm trying to get it in there every day, but you know that doesn't always happen. But I can change my weight by the way I eat and the exercise that I'm getting. Y'all get where I'm going with this? Focus on the things that you can change. Number 6, stop blaming everyone for your problems. That is one thing that is a huge pet peeve of mine. I cannot stand when people want to blame everybody for what's going on with them. They didn't get ahead on the job because management wouldn't give them a promotion. Well, you knew that already, so you stayed. If they weren't going to promote you, you should have took your talents and gone somewhere else. Don't blame you sitting in a dead-end job because you have management that won't recognize you. Come on now. So you get to a point where you can no longer blame your parents or your exes. So your life is in your hands and no one else's. If you broke up with your ex 10 years ago, and he or she cheated on you, you cannot keep using that as an excuse as to why you can't commit yourself to other people. Because, honey, that was 10 years ago. And chances are that ex has been with several other people by now if they're not married, okay? Number 7, be sure the story you're telling yourself is one you're proud of. So the things that you say to yourself matter. So it bothers me when I hear someone say, I am so stupid. I really could have done better. I should have done better. I'm just so dumb. I can't believe I did that. Stop feeding yourself this negative stuff. You're not stupid. You're not dumb. You just made a bad decision. So be careful about the stories that you're telling yourself. Number 8, let go of the people who are weighing you down. Cannot stress that enough. If someone's not pushing you forward to be the best that you can be and just taking up space, you got to learn to let them go. Okay, you have to. It doesn't need to be an ugly fallout, but understand what neither of you are. Understand that neither of you are benefiting from that relationship. And you all know I'm a very big advocate about keeping my inner circle small and keeping my inner circle only comprised of people that help me to become a better person, or people that I encourage. I hope I'm in their inner circle for that same reason. But I'm very funny about my inner circle. I can love you from a distance. We might even break bread every now and then, but you cannot be in my inner circle. So you've got to get rid of those people that are weighing you down. Number 9, and sometimes, before I move on, sometimes those people that are weighing you down, they're family members. Yes, you love them, but you gotta, again, love them from a distance, honey. Keep them at arm's length because they're doing nothing to encourage you to become a better person. Number 9, learn to say no. Again, I struggled with this for the longest time. I think I've shared this with you all before. I'd be in church and someone would ask me to do something. I didn't really want to do it. Had no desire to want to do it, but I didn't want to say no. It's like, God, how do you say no to your people in church? You know what I'm saying? But now it's okay. If I don't want to do something, my heart isn't in it, I can just say no, and I'm okay with it. So you just have to learn to say no. You can't say yes all the time. If I know that I need to be in the house preparing whatever it is I'm writing up to record my next videos, and someone says, hey, Michelle, come on, girl, let's go hang out, let's go to the mall, let's go to Michael's or Hobby Lobby, which I love to go to, then I know I have something I need to do for my business. I've got to learn to say no. No doesn't necessarily mean not at all. It just means not right now. So I can say, you know what, Shirley, and I don't know who Shirley is, but I can say, Shirley, not today. I can't do it today because I need to, prep for my videos. But girl, let's get together tomorrow. Well, let's get together on Saturday. See how that works? Start saying no. And just start small. If it's cool, because I know some people that just really hate to say no. Start small. Start saying no to just one thing a day. And then the next day, try 2 things. And then, you see what I'm saying? You get the hang of it. Number 10, learn to ask for what you want without explaining why you want it. If you want something, even if it's something crazy or different, go for it. Stop explaining yourself. You owe no one an explanation. If it's something that you want, go for it. People oftentimes will ask me, Michelle, why do you want to power lift? That's something that men do. No, honey, it's something that men and women do, both young, old, and in between. I do it because I enjoy doing it. You may not understand it, but I do it because I enjoy doing it, and I'm going to keep going after setting records and as many weight classes as I can, even as I get older. I haven't hit 50 yet. I'm almost there, but I haven't hit 50 yet. Got about 3 more years to go. But you get what I'm saying. I'm going after this, and I don't owe anybody an explanation. I work hard to build my businesses, and I don't owe anybody any explanations about why I'm working so hard, and maybe I don't have time to, to hang out and all that kind of good stuff. Number 11, forgive yourself. You've got to learn to forgive yourself, because guess what? We all mess up. We all say the wrong thing. We all do the wrong thing. And even if you forgive yourself and you ask God to forgive you, guess what? You're gonna mess up again. I'm trying to tell y'all, stop letting that slow you down. So we all mess up and do things that we aren't proud of, but what's important is how we learn and how we grow from it. See, that's my thing. Just like you, I picked the wrong people to date in my lifetime, but I didn't beat myself up for it. I forgave myself and said, okay, now, Michelle, you know what? You saw the signs. They were clear. You saw them. But I'm one of these people that I love to see the good in folks. And so I tend to overlook things. Not so much now as I get older, but I have. And so I can't blame anybody for that. I forgive me so that I can move on. It's not about me forgiving you for you to be able to move on, because I don't really care about that. I forgive me and said, hey, I made a mistake. I learned from it, so that next time when I go forward and I choose to pick a partner, I'll do a better job of it. Number 12, stop making excuses, you guys. If you want anything that badly, you have to make it happen. Stop making excuses. Stop walking around saying, I'm not successful because my dad or my mom wasn't in my life. I'm not successful because I didn't grow up with my parents. I'm not successful because I didn't have teachers that pushed me. I'm not successful because I didn't have the money to get into college. Honey, they're Pell Grants. There's always kind of loans, all kind of loans and things you can get. Stop making excuses. You've got to stop making excuses, because guess what? We can come up with millions of them. We all can. I can. But those excuses get you nowhere, so stop doing it. Number 13, learn to speak to yourself more kindly. Listen to the way that you talk to yourself, and after that, and alter it if it's mean. I go back to what I said a little while ago. Stop the negative self-talk. If things don't work out, don't sit there telling Mama Michelle, you are so stupid. You don't deserve to have anybody good in your life. You don't deserve this. Honey, I deserve any and everything that's good in my life. Let's be clear. And so do you. So be careful how you speak to yourself. Speak to yourself more kindly. And say to yourself, I'm trying to tell you something. You got to wake up every day. And once you thank God for waking you up and do your prayer and meditation, you've got to encourage yourself sometimes, because sometimes you don't have other people around to encourage you. So you've got to encourage yourself. I get up in the morning and I say, you know what, Lord, thank you for waking me up this morning in my right mind. Thank you for waking me up with activity in my limbs, oh God. Lord, I ask that you bless all your children as we make our way to work and those that are getting off work. But then I say, Lord, allow me to be a blessing to somebody, even if it's just one person today, Lord. Lord, I'm asking that you allow whatever it is that I'm working on, or I'm praying for, I'm hoping for, that you allow that thing to manifest itself. But you've got to speak kindly to yourself. I wake up and say, Michelle, you are amazing. You are wonderful. And you are going to be great at whatever it is that you choose to do today. You've got to speak life into you, because you're not going to always have somebody else to do it. I got a little caught up there. Let me move on. Number 14, realize what and who is important and invest time and energy into that. Okay? It's very simple. You got to figure out what's important and who's important, and then you give your energy to that. Don't waste your energy on folks that aren't worth your time. Come on now. And I see too many people doing that. Stop it. Number 15, learn to listen more. You'll learn more by listening than you ever will speaking. And I'm learning to do that, to listen more. See, I listen to what people say, but I also listen to what they don't say. And usually what people don't say is the thing that you really need to hone in on. That's the thing that you really have got to absorb into your mind, into your spirit. So learn to listen more. And if we start to listen more and not always have to talk, child, you go so much further in life anyway. Number 16, work on trying to be a better overall person. Don't make your number one focus on how much weight you want to lose. Worry about who you are as a person first, then focus on the other stuff. This is powerful. I really, really love that. Work on trying to be a better overall person. And I do that every day because I'm not perfect. I don't always say the nicest things to people. I don't always think the nicest things about people. So I am working every day on me, and I want to encourage you to work every day on you to be a better person overall, because we all can stand some, revamping, right? Number 17, do something for someone else. Clarity, charity, volunteering time, not money. What you put into something is what you get out of it. Every now and then, when on my telework days, I will go to Chick-fil-A and get my breakfast. Now, I haven't done it in a while, in a couple of weeks, because I'm trying to do a whole new healthy thing. But when I go, I always play it forward, and I pay for the food for the person behind me. And I love it. It's such a great feeling to do that. And then I get my food and I go on about my business, because I don't want them to catch up with me. They don't have to thank me. I did it out of the kindness of my own heart. I don't need thank yous for that. So do something nice for someone else. Number 18, set realistic goals for yourself. This is so important, because too many times we set, we set the bar up here. And I'm thinking, okay, so you've never done this before, but you've set the bar up here. Sometimes you need to bring that bar probably about right here. Set your first bar here, and then work on moving to the next level, and then the next level, and then the next level, so forth and so on. So set realistic goals for yourself, because here's the problem with that. If you set unrealistic goals, you guys, you are not going to succeed in what you're trying to do, because they're unrealistic. I'm not going to sit here, and like I said, I'm in the process of losing weight. I've lost 5 pounds last week, so I'm excited. But I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this month. That's unrealistic. That is unrealistic, and it's unhealthy. So make your goals realistic, and once you do that, you will be able to achieve them. Set small goals. I say set a goal this big. Set a goal this big. Work on completing that, and then go a little bit bigger, a little bit bigger. It may take you a while to get there, but you will get there. Number 19, if you aren't achieving your goals, then step back and ask yourself why. Sometimes we want to run, but we don't realize we have to walk first. Okay, so if you're not achieving your goals, go back, get some quiet time, sit back and reflect on why you're not achieving your goals. Get out pen and paper, make a list, and say, you know what, I'm doing A through Z. And then once you create your A through Z of things that you're doing, then you go back and you check off the things that you're doing that are helping you get to your goal. But then highlight those things that aren't. And the things that aren't helping you get to your goals, those are things you need to stop doing. Okay. Number 20, reflect on your biggest mistakes this year and what did you learn from it. So, I'm sorry. Hold on one second. People always want to call me when I'm filming, y'all. So, I'm sorry. Number 20, reflect on your biggest mistakes this year and what did you learn from it. Again, taking pen to paper and sitting down and writing down those things that didn't go so well. What did you learn from it? See, because here's my problem with folks. If you failed at something and you didn't learn anything from it, that's just nuts. It's absolutely crazy, because you're going to repeat that same thing over and over again. Anything that I've tried to do this year, if it didn't quite turn out the way I wanted to, I take pen to paper and I can say, you know what? I see why this didn't go right, because I should have gone to the left and I went to the right. That's what you're going to have to do, because when you learn from it, you won't make the same mistake. Number 21, let go of your past. Stop letting your past control your present. And I know too many people today that allow their past to control their present. I know a couple of people that will not move forward in relationships or have relationships because of past relationships. Honey, that thing is in the past. And I'm always going to quote Medea when she says, like your big ass, your past is behind you. So stop letting your past dictate your future. I refuse to, and you should refuse to. Number 22, if you don't like something, change it. If you don't like something, change it. Don't sit there complaining about it. Don't sit there wallowing in pity. Change it. Nobody can change it but you. Because I promise you, if you sit there wallowing in self-pity over it, nothing's going to change. You have to change it. Number 23, if you can't change it, learn to live with it. Okay? If you cannot change it, learn to live with it. And there are going to be some instances in life that you just cannot change. And so you've got to learn to live with it. Number 24, forgive others. This is huge. And I know some people that have a hard time forgiving other people. And I'm pretty sure over the years, people have done things to me that I finally forgave them for, like maybe 10, 15 years down the road. Because, everybody has to forgive in their own time. I'm not going to tell you to forgive overnight. Just like I wouldn't want somebody to tell me that. You have to forgive in your time, and I'll forgive in my time, right? So as angry as you might be at someone, understand your anger is really masked pain and disappointment because you expected more. And who hasn't at some point in time, right? But you got to learn to forgive other people. Number 25, and this is critical. Pay attention, this is critical. Forgive yourself. Dwelling in the past won't change what happened. So you've got to learn to forgive yourself. I remember a few years ago, I was talking to a young lady at a gym where I was teaching a step aerobics class. And she had messed up with her boyfriend. Specifically, she had cheated. And apparently he was a good man. And she said she had a hard time forgiving herself because he was such a good man. And at that point, he had moved on with someone else, and he was actually engaged to marry someone else. And I said to her, and I don't even remember her name now, but I said to her, I said, honey, let me tell you something. You can't change what you did. You've apologized to him. You've forgiven yourself. She said, yes. I said, well, then let it go and move on. But you've got to forgive yourself. And she said, actually what she said was, she tries to forgive herself, but then sometimes she kind of falls back into that gray area. And I said, you know what? It happens. We all have done it, but you've got to forgive yourself, sweetie. You were young. No excuse to cheat, but you were. You were young and dumb, and, you did something stupid. So let it go. Let it go. That man is getting ready to marry somebody else. Move on with your life. Honey, let me tell you something. I've forgiven myself for so many things, and I'm pretty sure there are going to be other things that I need to forgive myself for. So let's do a quick recap. 25 things that you can still do to make the end of the year, end of 2017, the best. Number 1, we said stop doing things that aren't making you happy. Number 2, go after what you want. Number 3, stop caring about what other people think. Number 4, learn to let go of the things that you can't control. Number 5, welcome the things that you can control. Number 6, stop blaming everyone for your problems. Number 7, be sure the story you're telling yourself is one that you're proud of. Number 8, let go of the people who are weighing you down. Number 9, learn to say no. Number 10, learn to ask for what you want without explaining why you want it. Number 11, forgive yourself. Number 12, stop making excuses. Number 13, learn to speak to yourself more kindly. Number 14, realize what and who is important and invest your time and energy into that thing or that person. Number 15, learn to listen more. Number 16, work on trying to be a better overall person. Number 17, do something for someone else. Number 18, set realistic goals for yourself. Number 19, if you aren't achieving your goals, then step back and ask yourself why. Number 20, reflect on your biggest mistakes this year and what did you learn from it. Number 21, let go of your past. Number 22, if you don't like something, change it. Don't complain about it, change it, period. Number 23, if you can't change it, learn to live with it. And number 24, forgive others. Number 25, so important, forgive yourself. That's all I have for you guys today. I hope these things really, really help you and put some of them into play, into play right now. Don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till next week, next month. And God forbid, don't wait till next year. Start today looking at this list until you've completed everything on this list and change one thing every day. And I promise you, you will love the new you, number 1, as you go into a new year, number 2. So I love you guys to the moon and back. Thank you so much for my newest subscribers. Thank you so much for those of you that continue to support me. And let me say this, thank you so much for your support this year. be it sharing a video, commenting on a video, liking a video. You know, I just truly, truly love you guys to the moon and back. And you know, I don't use that term loosely. So until next time, take care and start doing the things that you need to do in the fourth quarter of this year so that you can start next year on a high note. I know you have it in you because I have it in me to be great. Until next time, take care.